I am a space shuttle. What am I asking even? We won't judge you, man. Come on. I am a tractor. Nah, then I think we're stuck here for very long. Really? Yeah. From what beginning then? You mean the chicken or the egg or what? No. No. Hey everyone, we're the Virtus.Pro Rainbow Six roster, and today we're going to decide who's the smartest. And the rules are simple. We'll be giving cards, we'll see each other's cards, which may represent an entity, a thing, whatever, but each of us won't know what he himself has. And we can only ask yes or no questions. So, shall we get on with it? Why don't you clap? Wait, this is, no, you know what it is. Yeah, this is clear. I like joysticks best. Joysticks is cool. You can wiggle your head and guess by the shape. I don't get it. Same here. I tried, but I couldn't. Am I animate? No. Am I animate? No. Am I animate? No. Am I animate? No. Am I animate? Yeah, naturally. Am I related to Rainbow Six? Yeah. Am I a character? No. No. Am I edible? Yes. Yes. Do you drink me? No. Am I solid? Yes. Edible? No. Am I present in everyday life? I don't think so. No. Am I related to the game? No. So I'm animate? But you said I'm not an operator. No. Okay. What could be alive but not an operator? Some kind of a lore character? Right? A character from the lore? No. Okay. Do I have a package? Well, not in the picture. Not in the picture. But it may be in a package, right? I think so. Yeah. Well, in a package it is then. Then he asks another question. Why? Because you said he comes in a package. He asked if he has a package, we said no. But that's in the picture, but in general... Actually, yeah. Okay, ask another question then. I'm edible, I come in a package. Is the color of this product red? No. Am I related to PC somehow? How do you answer to this? To games. Yes. Am I necessary to play games? No, not necessary. Am I edible? No. Okay, I'm not related to the game. I'm inanimate. Am I edible? No. So I'm edible. I'm not an operator. I'm not from the lore. Am I present on the map? Which map? Any map, a Rainbow Six map, any map. Sometimes. What animate entity is present on a Rainbow Six map? I don't know, something like a flying pigeon? Nah, I'm not on a map. You're really far off the target. Think better. Come on, Shepherd. Am I, how do I put it, a cultivated product? I don't think so, no. Alright, I'm solid, related to games. Why is he smiling every time he looks at my picture? Do I give some sort of comfort? Like convenience? Is it more convenient when you use me? Well, no. The answer to a question is no. Inedible. Good picture. That's one hell of a picture. Am I a round object? No. I don't even know what direction to go in. It's tough to be an item, man. Yeah, I agree. Does everyone have me? No. I'm animate? Yes. Not an operator. I'm not present on maps. And I'm in fucking awe. I have an assumption that, well, I'm Scarpus, that woman. No. No. Okay. I'm not related to the game. No. Am I edible? No. Am I related to the game? No. No. Am I related to electronics? No. Who the fuck am I? Hey Pasha, am I some sort of an event character? No. It's a product that is made out of other ingredients, right? Yeah. And that's like finished goods. Yes. It's a snack? Well, like, yeah, actually, yeah. Partially. What is a snack? Well, what is, doesn't seem like a snack. Like chips or some sort of bite to eat. Look, I'd say it's a snack. I'd say it's a snack. For Dan, it's just a snack. Got it. Al dente. What is a snack? Like an appetizer? Yeah. Right. I'm related to games. I'm solid. I'm inedible. I forgot. Did I ask whether you need me to play games? You did. We said no. Okay. I'm not necessary, but I'm related. Am I related to sound? No. I'm inedible. Not round. Inanimate. Not related to the game. Cool. Am I condensed fucking milk? A tube. Am I related somehow to games? No. Like at all? No. Am I think we're stuck here for a long time. A flying machine? No. Alright, am I related to the media industry of Rainbow Six somehow? Yes. Esports? Yes. A player? Yes. Am I... Is this product sweet? No. Am I related to electronics? No. No? Come on, just, you know... Pull it out of your ass. Yeah, say whatever. We won't judge you, man, come on. The worst we can say is no. Just say something funny. Is the material of this object hard? I don't think so. Yes. Is it? Yes. Yes. Not fully. Well, it's not soft. But not concrete too. I'm not a flying machine? Correct. Inanimate? Not related to PCs and not everyone owns me. Then I'm a boaty. No. No. I'm not from Russia. Yeah. Tough. I'm from Europe. Yes. Still tough. Did I play at this stage? Yes. Can you buy it in Russia? Yes. Good question. What can't you buy in Russia? Do you order this most of the times? No. Can I be touched in real life? Yes. Why yes? What I mean? Well, I think, let's just say you can't. If we take like a certain example, we'll just confuse them if we say yes. Yeah, let's say no. Am I a clothing item? No. Wait, I'm a hard item. What am I asking even? Shake your head. I'm not a boat and not an aircraft. Nah, then I think we're stuck here for very long. Really? Yeah. I am a space shuttle. You already asked this kind of question. I was a flying machine. What's the difference? No difference. Come on, Pasha. Am I French? Yes. Yeah, I was thinking either British or French. I'm Shaiko. Yes. Fuck. Alright. Am I something hard? Well, it depends on what you call hard. You're not liquid. Yeah, you're not liquid. Not soft. I'd call it something between hard and soft. But it's not soft. It's more of a hard item. I am some kind of a jelly. No. No, you're harder. You're harder than that, I'm telling you. A jelly is more of a soft item. Am I something big? No, wait, let's go the opposite way. Am I something small? No. No? No. I don't exist at all, huh? I'm so tilted, I don't even know what direction to move in. You kinda need to start from the beginning. Yeah, from the beginning. Again, how many times do we have to start from the beginning? Think of it like you just started. I don't know. If Dan asks about the spaceships, maybe I'm the one related to space. Right, I'm not this, I'm not that, and I'm not there. Am I related to building? No. Am I a finished product? Yes. You've already asked that question. Yeah. Whatever. Am I salty? Well, sometimes. I'd say yes. I'd say yes, you are. Yeah. I think yes. So it goes fine with a pint? Well, actually, I think it does. Does it? Yeah, it does. But it's not like a classic thing to have with a beer. It depends. Depends on what is classic for you. Croutons or fish. I drink it biting my garlic. I drink it biting my garlic. Is it extracted from a sea animal or whatever? No. From the beginning, from scratch. I really tried starting from the beginning, like from total scratch. Am I inanimate? No, not from that beginning. From what beginning then? How far do I have to go? You mean the chicken or the egg or what? Am I animate, inanimate, and then skip the next two questions. And then you have to have an obvious question. Am I related to the game, to Rainbow Six? Yes. Am I a gadget? No. I don't know. I don't either. I'm not building, I'm not all sorts of vehicles, and not even space. Not even a boaty. Can you remind me what I've asked so far? I'm inanimate, I'm not round, not used. You're hard. I'm hard, I'm not used in day-to-day life, not space. Well, you're not used every day. You're used once in a half a year. You didn't say day-to-day, you said every day. Day-to-day, that's the same thing. Well, basically, you won't be used every day. You won't be. You don't need it. I think everyone has it. Hard? Hard. But I will be needed very rarely. It depends on what is rare for you. Maybe you will be needed, maybe you won't. Maybe you won't be needed at all. But when I shake my head, you're laughing? Yes, it's very funny when you shake your head. Am I related to money somehow? No. No. Am I related to Joystick's theme? What do you even mean? That's one hell of a question. Well, no, not really. If you want, you can draw the parallels somehow, but you won't guess. Don't even consider it. Alright, skip then. Right, you told me something about packaging. In the photo, it doesn't have a package, but usually it's sold in a package. Then most likely, it's not canned food. Is it like plant-based? I mean, do you have to grow it first? You already asked that, we said no. This thing won't grow from soil, that's for sure. So it's a dish. Well, no, not a dish. You'd asked good questions. Yeah, with those, you could guess the answer easily. I'm solid. Not a gadget. Am I a weapon? Yes. And now you begin listening to everything. Let's roll. It has a high rate of fire. Well, no. What? It doesn't. It's full auto. Always meant it like a literal rate of fire. Well, like, alright, let's define rate of fire. You hold and you shoot. That's called full auto. Is it not 750 plus? If it's more than that, it has high rate of fire. That wasn't even the question. What are you talking about? About what then? I mean, does it shoot in bursts or... Ah, that's what you call high rate of fire. What is it called then? Full auto. Whatever. A rifle. Not a submachine gun. Okay, a rifle. Is this a gun of a European operator? Don't ask me. Yeah, it's a European operator. I'm not sure about that. I am sure though. Come on, Joystick. I don't even know. I'm in the same situation. Would you believe it? So you use me once a year? Yeah. But people use it, right? It's more like everyone should have it. You won't guess it. What is used once a year? Well, just shoot the options. And everyone needs it. Throw in some questions. What, a car insurance? No. It's very tough, Joystick. Like, very hard. What room are you in, Joystick? I'm in my nana house at the moment. That is actually a good hint from Passion. What, you have rooms where you come once a year? Nah. There are different rooms, though. Let's just start with the rooms, and then you'll think. It's harder than playing Blitz, isn't it? Yeah, gotta think. What rooms are there? What? Well, a living room, a bedroom, and kitchen, and... Now you're just hinting me. And what else? Name all of them. Game room? We'll say if you named the room or not. Well, what? Name all of them. Hallway, corridor... It's not even a room. What else is there? Toilet, balcony, bathroom... What else? Are you fucking with me? I don't have that many rooms. Okay, you did name the room. Now think it was in the beginning or the end. Thanks a lot, guys. Nice apartment you've got. Thanks. Corridor... Kitchen? No. Alright, I know I'm not present in apartments. Initially, you're not from an apartment. Your spawn isn't there, yeah. I think you can often be there. Yeah, but I think it'll confuse him. The spawn isn't there. I'm inanimate. Yeah. But I often can be found in rooms. Yeah. Am I wind? No. Let me have another question. Alright. You gotta do like Joystick, list something, you know. I'm trying to think. You're not in rooms, then where are you? Outside? Yeah, and what places are there outside? Park? Nah. And I'm a salty snake, huh? Yeah. But that's half of the answer. That's very close. And I'm not from sea. No. What salty food there is? Cheese. Yes. String cheese. Yes. By the way, everyone loves string cheese with beer. Nah, let me tell you, one European operator's got you. Why only one? The other one is not European. Now these are plain hints. Does Maverick have this weapon? Maverick? No. Okay, keep playing with the rooms. You name the rooms, I name places outside. I'm trying to understand what I use once a year, but there are no such things in my home. You may not need it ever in your life. Maybe it's once a month. Why do I need it at home then? Well, just in case, it's gotta be there. A fire extinguisher? No. Finish with the rooms first. I'm giving you one more attempt. Living room? No. Too bad. Do you have a fire extinguisher? Yeah. I'm outside, not in a park? No. In an alleyway. Take a larger area. City? No. Well, you're wrong. You can find it in some cities. I'm talking about a specific spawn point. I mean, it's not in a city area. You gotta guess the spawn. Not a metropolis. Yeah. It's not related to a city at all. Come on, Always. Do several characters have this weapon? Yes. All of them are attackers. Yes. Wait, I can't figure it out. Maybe it's... what's the name? R4C? No. Bedroom? No. Too bad. Dan? I got sent outside. I came to an alleyway and in a city. Turns out it's not a city thing. What else do you have apart from a city outside of your apartment? A village. No. Does a female character have it? Yes. And a male character? No. Come on. Hallway. No. Dude, I can't. Perhaps the next one you'll name is a room with a piano. Is the thing there by chance? Okay, toilet. Oh, wow. Gives me nothing. You'll have something next lap. Gives me nothing. Look something up there. A sphere. A sphere? Well, you have to learn what sphere are you from. IT? No. You said I'm not related to PCs. Don't listen to him. I am a tractor. No. Where did you send him? Alright. Let's name seasons, I guess. Alright. Winter? No. Spring? No. Summer? Yes. Great. Summer. So what? Nice hot sun. Woo. Summer, the heat. Now think of summery things. A female character's got me. Does Yana have me? Yes. Don't miss. It's 50-50. Well, that's tough. This is tough. Don't miss. Nobody uses the other gun, so I figure nobody would guess it, right? ARX. Yeah, naturally. Correct. What does everyone really need only once a year, though? And have it in a toilet room. Yeah. You perfectly described the item. Well, not everyone has it, but if you'll need, you rush to get one. Do you have one? Nah, I don't. Wait, I don't know. I also don't know, but I think I do. There must be. What is this, a plunger? Yes. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Now me. I was remembering what things are there in toilet rooms, and you're like, I don't have it. And he's like, I also don't have it, I think. So you were sat there shaking like this, man. Come on, Dan. Summer. Summer. What do people do at summer? They stroll. What else? Play football. It's closer to football. No, I mean strolls. What we were doing when we went, that's too far. We were in a sauna. What else were we doing? Suffering. What else? Playing. It's related to resting. Volleyball. No, well... Bull. What else? See, yeah, it's nearby. Beach, right, sand, right, and on sand you've got seashells. Yes, I'm a seashell. A shell. A shell. Yep. I don't know how to hint people with inanimate items. Like, how do you do it? Shepherd did a nice job heading towards cheese. Because seashell is difficult. Cheese was kinda easier. I wasn't even going there towards summer. Because you named space shuttles and all. Flying machines. I was sure that it was something related to... Well, your first name, apartment. Is it an apartment? Is it in... And I went straight towards the space shuttle. I instantly went for the space. You didn't go towards it, you named it right away. I'm a space shuttle. Well, I almost got it. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to write more comments about what you want to see, what words to be guessed. Thanks everyone for watching. Like, subscription, bells, all that. It's the usual. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.